Conor McGregor and Max Holloway is scheduled to fight in the UFC 329, and this will be an incredible fight. They first met in 2013. Conor McGregor and Max Holloway entered the octagon as the two young prospects trying to make their name in the UFC. Conor McGregor was only 25 years old. Max Holloway was only 21 years old. Neither man was a champion, neither man was a superstar, and nobody watching that fight could have predicted how dramatic that fight would be. Conor McGregor won the first fight by unanimous decision. Now, nearly 13 years later, they are preparing to meet again in the UFC 329. But these are no longer the same two fighters. One became the biggest star in the MMA history, and the other became one of the greatest featherweight of all time. And this rematch may answer one simple question: can Conor McGregor still compete with the elite, or has Max Holloway evolved too far for him to catch? Their first meeting took place on August 17, 2013 in Boston. Conor McGregor was only making his second UFC appearance. Max Holloway was already talented, but he was still developing the style that could eventually make him a champion. Conor McGregor controlled the distance with his kicks and long southpaw stance. He repeatedly forced Max Holloway backward and landed clearer strike. After suffering a knee injury during the fight, Conor McGregor adjusted his approach. He began wrestling more, controlling Max Holloway on the ground, and completed the 3-round fight. The judge scored a 30-27, 30-27, 30-26 for Conor McGregor. At that time, it was simply another promising victory for the Irish prospect. Looking back, it became one of the most important fights of both men's career. The rise of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's rise happened incredibly quickly. He defeated Diego in Dublin, knocked out Dustin Poirier, and stopped Charles Mendes to win the interim featherweight championship. Then he faced Jose Aldo. Aldo had not lost in approximately 10 years. He was considered one of the greatest fighters in the world. Conor McGregor knocked him out in 13 seconds. Conor McGregor moved to lightweight and dominated Eddie Alvarez and became the first UFC fighter to simultaneously hold championship in two divisions. At that moment, Conor McGregor appeared unstoppable, and everything became more complicated after that. He entered boxing for a massive fight against Floyd Mayweather. When he returned to MMA, he lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Conor McGregor later defeated Donald Cerrone, but then suffered consecutive losses against Dustin Poirier. In their third fight, Conor McGregor broke his leg at the end of the first round. That happened in July 2021. He has not competed since. So he's been out for over 5 years, and this will be his first time coming back to fight Max Holloway. The evolution of Max Holloway. Why Conor McGregor was becoming a global celebrity, Max Holloway was becoming one of the most technical, advanced striker in the UFC. After losing to Conor McGregor, Max Holloway won 13 consecutive featherweight fights. He improved his footwork, combination punches, body attacks, and ability to adjust during the fight. Max Holloway defeated Anthony Pettis to capture the interim featherweight title. He then stopped by Jose Aldo twice to establish himself as the undisputed champion. His performance against Brian Ortega and Kevin Kattar demonstrated how overwhelmingly his striking volume could become. Against Kattar, Max Holloway famously looked towards the commentary team while avoiding punches and shouted that he was the best boxer in the UFC. Max Holloway eventually lost the championship to Alexander Volkanovski. Although he never recovered the featherweight belt, he remained one of the best fighters in the world. At UFC 330, Max Holloway moved up in weight to fight Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt. With only 2 seconds remaining, Max Holloway pointed towards the center of the octagon and invited Justin Gaethje to trade punches. Max Holloway knocked him out with one second left. It became one of the most dramatic finishes in the UFC history. Max Holloway later defeated Dustin Poirier in Poirier's retirement fight. However, Chaz Oliveira defeated him by unanimous decision in March 2026 and took the BMF championship belt. Why is this rematch different? The first fight happened in the featherweight. This rematch is scheduled as a 5-round welterweight main event. Conor McGregor has previously competed in the 170-pound division, but Max Holloway has never officially fought in the UFC welterweight division. That creates several important questions. Can Max Holloway actually compete in this division? Can Max Holloway maintain his speed, cardio at the heavier weight? Will Conor McGregor be the physically stronger fighter? And all these questions arises as this fight progressively move forward. And after the fight fear out of the octagon, can Conor McGregor be the same fighter? Because his last fight against Dustin Poirier, he broke his leg and he's now good to go. We don't know how good Conor McGregor will perform in this fight. We will see how everything plays out for him. We know that he's a good striker. He fought Mayweather, and we know that he's no doubt a good wrestler. Can this be a fight that they have to trade punches or they have to wrestle? We will see how that plays out during the fight. But we know that Conor McGregor is a good striker, and Max Holloway is actually a better striker, in my own opinion. We'll see how that plays out in this fight. So how can Conor McGregor win this fight? Conor McGregor best opportunity will probably come during the opening 2 rounds. He needs to control the center, maintain distance, and prevent Max Holloway from establishing his volumes. We know that Max Holloway is a great volume puncher. We saw that at Cater's fight. We know that he can actually trade punches in the center of the octagon. We'll see how that plays out. Conor McGregor has a significant reach advantage. His long southpaw stance and straight left hand could punch Max Holloway whenever Max steps towards to begin trading. So he is great at that. Like, he has a better reach, and Conor McGregor can use his footwork and he can use his front kick as well, but he's not that of a good of a wrestler. If Conor McGregor chases an early knockout and wastes so much energy, we know that Max Holloway can capitalize on it. He can utilize that. Max Holloway is good in the later round. That's when he knocked people out. He knocked Justin Gaethje out towards the later round. And if Conor McGregor cannot control his energy, cannot control his strength moving forward in this fight, we can see a bad beating in the last round of the fight. But Max Holloway is interested in pushing the pace, landing volumes, using all his accolades, all his striking abilities. So how can Max Holloway win this fight? Max Holloway needs to survive Conor McGregor's most dangerous period without absorbing major damages. He survived the first knockout loss of his career against Dustin Poirier in 2024. He lost to Ian, and Ian lost to Justin Gaethje. My prediction about this fight, I think this fight will be a tremendous fight, and I think Conor McGregor will lose this fight if he didn't train well, and we'll see how that plays out. Max Holloway right now is on fire. He's better. We'll see how that plays out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.